Typical 8A application failure pattern. The SBA reports that in 2013, the number of firms applying for 8A was 2,325. According to a Small Business Dynamics search, 548 firms were approved for 8A during the same time period. Therefore, 24% of firms that applied for the 8A certification received approval. I personally find these numbers staggering. First of all, that only 2,325 firms applied for 8A, given the benefits of billions of dollars in federal contracts awarded to 8A firms annually, and the approval rate associated with these applications is nothing short of anemic. I am going to discuss 5 failure causes that I regularly see. Failure cause 1, incomplete application. A firm internally prepares its application, completes the online application, and mails in its hard copy. For most applicants, the documentation is not provided to the SBA in the correct order, or not enough documents are present to warrant the SBA's review of the application. When this occurs, the SBA will provide an instructional letter allowing the applicant to know a number of deficiencies in the application. To some, this can make people believe that several runs at the trial and error approach and the application will be complete. Unfortunately, it takes the SBA approximately 15 days to review the application for completeness. By the time the application is returned to the applicant and the applicant is able to fix the problems, the financial information provided as part of the application is almost all cases has no longer been completed within the 90-day window for the business and the 30-day window for the owner, and thus a large portion of the application must be redone. When an applicant has this occur one or more times, typically they abandon the 8A application process. Failure cause 2, blowing your foot off. An example of blowing your foot off to the SBA would be an 8A applicant that is attempting to show that they are highly economically disadvantaged. In the process of demonstrating this to the SBA, they inadvertently paint such a dire picture to the SBA that the SBA no longer feels like the company has the potential to complete federal contracts. Another mistake people make is playing up other members of their management team to the SBA to show that they have the potential to complete federal contracts, which then inadvertently creates a control issue for the applicant firm. The list of ways I have seen applicants blow their feet off is pretty endless, and as a consultant, I am rarely shocked anymore by an applicant's creativity. Failure cause 3, non-presumed group socially disadvantaged applicants not doing their homework. It is true that not presumed group applicants, usually people of Middle Eastern descent, service-disabled veterans, and Caucasian women, can get 8A certified. However, they have to spend the time to go over their lives and develop a compelling narrative with supporting documentation, usually in the form of letters from people willing to attest to the person's stories. Failure to properly structure a narrative will always result in a failed application, as these applications are already difficult, but not impossible to get approved by the SBA. Failure cause 4, not taking the SBA seriously. The one thing I always tell clients is that you can expect the SBA to read every page of your 300 to 500 page application. The SBA takes the award of an 8A certification to a business very seriously. Therefore, since the SBA is going to review every page of your 300 to 500 page application, you need to do that yourself or have someone do it for you. I regularly have potential clients wanting me to work on appeal work for them, complaining to me about being denied based on a reason that they feel is not representative of the way the firm is being run. But upon reviewing their documentation, discover that the SBA's denial is substantiated by a document or documents that the applicant firm was not even aware they had submitted. Failure cause 5, making a misrepresentation to the SBA. We have had clients that have gotten into trouble in their youth had business relationships that from the outside looking in look like affiliations, but when explained in advance are not an issue, and the list goes on. The old adage of ask for forgiveness instead of permission does not work with the SBA. A firm has one chance with its application and credibility. The burden of proof is on the applicant. Therefore, problems that exist within the application should be explained to the SBA. Using a consulting firm such as ours is expensive, as the normal fee for using an 8A consultant is usually around $4,000 for full service. From our experience, applicants that have successfully completed the application from start to finish on their own usually have over 250 hours into the project and have an average between 2 to 3 attempts. Some information to consider if you are looking at applying for acceptance into the 8A Business Development Program.
Thanks for watching. To further evaluate you and your firm's potential application, you can go to our website and use our pre-qualification tool, or give us a call. In about 10 minutes, we can give you a good assessment of your application.